I may or may not re-download the VOD and like edit that in. Oh no, 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 no. I mean that would kind of defeat the point of like the platinum, you know, like what I do, where it's like when I get the platinum, like how did it feel? How did you know?
I miss her,
We were
Max.
so innocent when we first started playing this game. We had no idea what was
What is
coming.
this?
I did not expect this from this game.
To American Rust, my home. Arcadia Bay when we had the chance. Listen, Max. My respiratory system
God.
is failing, and it's
No, I
all.
haven't played Deadly Premonition.
I've heard the doctors talking about it when they thought I was zonked out.
I've seen shade of this game in a lot of games
I'm
before,
just
but
putting off the inevitable while my parents suffer along, and I will too.
I don't know, I just didn't expect it to be as good as
This isn't
this.
how I want things to
I
be.
thought it would just be really passe, like it would be decent,
What are you
you
saying?
know, but I didn't think it would be this
I'm
good.
saying that being with you again has. No matter what you choose, I know you'll make the right decision. Chloe, I can't make this choice. No, Max. You're the only one who can.
Oh fuck. Oh shit. This is the final boss. Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Oh god. So many people would die, and Chloe would know that we like took out a whole town to save her. Babe versus I don't think Chloe could live. I don't think Chloe could live knowing that we like sacrificed a whole town of people, including her mother, her family, for this. I hate to say it, but I think the only way for the story to end. There's only one way for the story to end. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whoever played this game before and thought I would get to this point and choose a certain thing. Oh man, I'm actually nervous to do this. Here we go. Oh,
Max, it's time. Chloe, I'm so sorry. I I don't want to do this. I know, Max. But we have to. We have to save everybody. Okay?
I do like how you don't have to do it yourself. The game just does it for you. Because it'd be so awkward if you just couldn't get it right now, and you'd be like, ah, for fuck's sake. It ended very similar to It ended just like Donnie Darko, except replace Donnie Darko with Chloe. PS2 hands. It's made for the PS3. It was made for not a lot of money. Give it a break. Polarized. The single gold trophy. The only non-bronze trophy of all of them. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess we got to. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. So, okay, I've said it before, but I'll go back and say it again. So I had heard a bit about Life is Strange over the years, and what I heard about it was that it was controversial. It was a walking simulator. There wasn't much gameplay, and what I had heard about it, I never looked too much into it because in the back of my head, I always thought I would play it myself, so I didn't want to spoil too much. I just never heard anything like really glowing or anything about it, which is probably for the best. Because if it was hyped up, maybe I would have felt a little let down. I don't know. I think it was about halfway through, maybe a third of the way through the first episode, that I I was impressed by it, and it only got better after that. This game, it could have so easily not worked. It could have so easily just not worked. It's so heavy with story. It's so heavy with voice acting. It's so character driven that if you didn't believe these characters were real people and they didn't act in a way that was sensible, you would totally get lost, or they would lose you. And if you're not feeling the story, you're not feeling the characters, there's like nothing else to fall back on. You missed it. This is the end. These are the final credits for episode 5. I actually I this might be one of the best games I've ever played in one respect. So this game has done what very, very few games have done, and it made me care about what happened to the characters. Like, it made me care about, you know, who lived and who died and who ended up happy and who didn't. Not all the characters. Like, I kind of don't really care about Frank, but like it made me care what ended up happening to the characters and the choices I was making. One, there's no trophies that are tied to choices. There's trophies that are tied to optional photographs, but that's it. So the trophies do not demand you play the game in a certain way at all. So your choices are solely based on what you think is the right thing to do. And there's not a binary bullshit moral choice system a la BioShock 1. There's not like a, hey, this is the good person response. Oh, this is the evil person response. It really is like, what do you think? Like, what would you do? Because one way or another, you're going to get to the end of the game. And yeah, your choices do have some minor effects, but I forget who the creator of fucking BioShock was. But he talked about moral choice in games, and he says, I don't like the fact that moral choice is tied to outcomes, like things you get or things you don't get, because then people don't choose based on what they think is right or wrong. They choose based on what the rewards are. And he said, that's why the choices in BioShock Infinite, there's only a few of them, don't really have a reward associated with them. And I do like how the choices in this game don't really have a reward associated with them. Like, certain things, if you make a wrong choice that doesn't let you continue with the story, you have to go back and do it again. But you can live with the choices you make, and it's not going to affect your ability to get to the end of the game. And I really, really, really like that, because it allows for self-expression, and it allows you... It walks this very fine line between, like, you deciding what these characters are going to do and how they're going to feel, and the characters themselves having like a will and personality of their own. It's kind of amazing. Like, usually games go one way or the other. They either have very strong characters where it's very linear, or they allow you to make choices yourself, but your character doesn't have much of a personality. They're probably a blank slate or very, very quiet. This game, very strong characterization and tons of choices. And Max Caulfield is a very interesting character because she can kind of go either way. And I think it's very subtly, the game gives you more assertive and more confident responses later on in the game to kind of mirror how she's growing in confidence herself. I don't even know how to recap all that happens. Let me go back to where I say this is probably one of my favorite games now. The reason for that is because it does something different. I've never played a game that does what this game does as well as it does. And it's one of the very few games where I cared about what happened to the characters. The only game I can think of off the top of my head was Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask, I cared deeply about what happened to everybody, and I wanted to save everyone and give them a good future on the 4th day after we saved the moon from falling. Like, I got to the end, and I was thinking about Chloe and Max, and I was like, I can't, like, falling in love isn't something that happens every day, and finding someone that you care deeply for is you might only find one or maybe a couple of people like that in your entire life. And to give that up is not easy. But when the when what's on the other side of the scale is the life of an entire town and all these other people that you care deeply about. It's so hard to say, yeah, the entire town can disappear. And in that respect, I think Chloe has some amazing character development as well. Because by the end, she kind of realized her place in all this. And she realized that for her to live, everyone else would have to die. And I don't think she really wanted to die. I think she mostly didn't want to live by sacrificing everybody else. And that's not an easy position to be in. Fans, thanks for your amazing support, arts, gifts, passion, and crazy theories. It's been such a great honor to have you dwelling in Arcadia Bay with us. I think... Oh, just barely. Just barely. It's pretty much a 50-50 split down the middle. A few people decided to sacrifice Chloe. A few more. It was 50-50 though. More or less 50-50. I am surprised. I'm very surprised by how much I enjoyed this game. Fucking Platinum Pool is 2 for 2 so far. Shit, maybe I should let you guys pick all the games.
Let that be the last one.
This is it, guys. I think this is it. This is the Platinum. This is it.
That bottles were out to get me, just in case.
Silhouettes. Selfie awareness. What if? Oh, wow. You see that? Oh, there's like a new animation for the Platinum Trophy. Ooh, when did that happen? Oh, it must have been an update.